it's funny. I say, okay, you need a sturdier bridge. Jimmy Garoppolo's skill set wise, he's not going to excite anybody, but he can.
Actually going to make a lot of people mad, Mace.
I am. I know. It's going to right. He would make sense, but here's the problem. I say sturdy bridge. What is the biggest problem with Jimmy G over the last few years? He's getting hurt all the time.
Yeah.
And I fear like if you brought in Garoppolo, you'd be turning around in 3 or 4 weeks into the season. Oh, we better go with Jarrett Stidham right now. That's why I think you have to look at other options. There's Jacoby Brissett is one. Again, he's not going to excite anybody, but he can keep things on schedule. Jameis Winston obviously would come to Denver with 2 years of work with Sean Payton.
Can I be honest, Mace?
Yeah.
We're saying these names, and I'm like, this is freaking ridiculous because you have Russell Wilson, and yes, he was not what Sean Payton and everybody wanted him to be. He was not what I wanted him to be. But we're talking about bringing in Jacoby Brissett, even though they have Russell Wilson and they have to pay him just because of how bad the situation ended up happening in the season. Like that, it does not make sense in my head.
It doesn't. Like when you step back and say, okay, this is a quarterback who is, look, he's probably going to the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, he's probably going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. He was one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL for a decade, right? And yet you're talking about, yes, on the surface, it is absurd. It really is.